How's it going, everyone? It's me, Noah, here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this brand new LEGO Star Wars helmet from the helmet collection. To be exact, this is the TIE Fighter Pilot helmet, and I'm very excited to open this one up. This is the second of the 3 reviews here on the Rebel Egg YouTube channel. If you're interested in seeing the other ones, there are links down in the description below, or you can check out the reviews on the Rebel Egg channel by just clicking on the channel icon. Before I get started with this video, I'd like to give a special thanks to LEGO, or the LEGO Ambassador Network, for reaching out to our ambassador, the LEGO Ambassador that is, and getting us or hooking us up with these awesome LEGO helmet sets. I'm very excited to review this second one here on the channel and talk about the things that I like, the things I don't like, and we're going to kind of come to a conclusion at the end of this video. But I do want to say, of course, one more time, thank you to LEGO for sending these out to us. So getting started with this review, I'd like to talk a little bit about the overall box. Of course, like I said at the beginning, this is the TIE Fighter Pilot helmet. Very nice design, just like the Stormtrooper helmet that I reviewed here on the channel. And what's interesting about this one, and what I'm kind of skeptical about, or was skeptical about at first, was the idea of having this black helmet, just because the Stormtrooper one, in my opinion, looks a little bit better than this one, the Boba Fett one, which I'm very excited to be reviewing in the future. It's also a little bit more interesting than a TIE Fighter Pilot helmet, but that remains to be seen. I'm very excited to crack open this box. And as for the box, what's very interesting is the glossy look that I mentioned about the Stormtrooper box, which I guess all of them have. Just like the 20th anniversary sets, you get this glossy look to the box, and I really like the design that they have come up with for these sets. If I turn it around, actually, you can see the helmet on the back side of the box that includes some pictures of the real-life helmet as well as the TIE Fighter Pilot. You can see there on the left side, as well as the LEGO version, of course, in the middle. And it's interesting to see that LEGO decided to go with this one. Like I said, it's just interesting to see a black designed helmet, of course, being picked out. But very excited about opening up this box. Some other details, of course, like on the other sets or on the other boxes, are the 40 years of Empire Strikes Back on the side there in this silver tone. And then just some other designs, such as the helmet there on the side, and then just this blank side. We have the front side of the box. That being said, everyone, I guess that is it. We're going to go ahead and open this up and take a look at the set in the form of a time-lapse video, so you get to see how this set comes together. And without further ado, let's get to the time-lapse right now. So I just got finished with this set, and after building it just the same with the Stormtrooper helmet, it's given me a little bit better of an idea of how the set is actually, in many ways, very terrific. And before I get into that, like with the last review, I'm going to be breaking this down into 2 sections. So the first part of this review, we'll be talking about the parts usage of this set, so where the different parts were used in the set and how efficiently and some of the cooler techniques out of the set that I wanted to point out. The second part I wanted to point out, or the second part of the review, we'll be talking about the value. Just like in the last review, I'm going to be talking about the value as in how much you're paying for the set and if it's really worth it. And something that I mentioned in the last review with the value was the photography. And I'll be showing you a little bit differently how this is actually a really great piece when it comes to photography. So we'll be getting into that when I talk about the value of this set. So to start off with the parts usage of this set. And when it comes to the parts, of course, most of them are in the black color scheme or the black color. The thing is LEGO really went with some interesting choices for pieces when it comes to like the tubing right here at the front, which I had been trying to figure out for the longest whenever the pictures first surfaced online. And it was interesting to find out that they used the train wheels, or like the smaller wheels for the tubes. On each side, as a matter of fact, there are 18 of them. So it's interesting to see those being used for the tubing. I like the look of those. I really think it gives that accurate tube look or whatever when you have that from the helmet. Another thing I would like to talk about is the wedge pieces, which are the same from the last set. It's actually the same exact look, just of course in the black color scheme, and then a little bit of changes here at the front of the helmet. But I really like that they went with the wedge pieces or wedge plates again, the slopes, and then as well as these printed elements, of course, in the front. I really like that with these helmets, they're not just going for the plated look. I already mentioned that with the Stormtrooper review, or the Stormtrooper helmet review. But I really like that they have gone with different pieces to really get the shaping and look of this helmet just right. Something else I'll mention, and that's something that was a big thing in the last set, and over just one set, I think that it's already improved. In this set, you only get 2 stickered pieces and 4 printed elements, or 5 printed elements if you count the plaque at the bottom, which includes these 4x4 dishes with the Imperial insignia on them, or the Imperial logo, which I think is awesome. You can definitely take those and use those for different things. And I think overall the look here, which is including those printed elements and the slopes at the front, I really think comes together really nicely, and you get that awesome TIE Fighter pilot look. Lastly, in terms of parts usage that I would like to point out is the plates at the top, which includes also some slopes that go from the back to the front through the middle. And I think that looks really nice. I also like the inclusion of the macaroni elements in black. There are these 4x4 macaroni tiles, which I think are awesome, not just in terms for the helmets, but in terms for building as a mock builder. I think those are great pieces for mocks of my own. So I think these are awesome pieces, and I really like that they went with those for these sides right here as like smaller details that then just come together with the rest of the helmet. The next and last part I'd like to talk about in this set is the value of this set. And when it comes to the value or the price of the set, $60, 60 euro, seems actually a little bit too much for a set just like this. And that's not just because of the pieces. I think the pieces in the set are actually really terrific and great. I really like that we get more printed elements instead of stickered elements. But the thing is when it comes to a cool and accurate design of the helmet, this is in terms very accurate, but I really think when you have this one side by side to the Stormtrooper one, this one just seems a little bit less than the Stormtrooper one in my opinion, even though the design is nonetheless really, really cool. I would actually have to say that when it comes to the design, I really like this one a lot more now than the Stormtrooper one. I think the Stormtrooper one is still my favorite out of the two if I were to have them side by side, but I really like this one a lot, so it's almost there. And I really like the printed elements that come in the set. So value-wise, this is a great set to have. I talked about the parts in the set being of value. The other thing that I also mentioned in the last review was the photography options that you have with this. So with this, you can take really cool pictures in backgrounds or settings or in a room. If you're trying to come up with a video and have some things in the background, this is a great piece to have there. I think in terms of for people that are photographers, I think this will be a great piece, just like the Stormtrooper one. In fact, it'll be interesting to see how people take this and do some cool pictures with that. So what are my overall thoughts about this, or the conclusion that I've come to? I really like this set a lot more than before I opened the box and talked about this when you see the printed elements and the other pieces, such as the tubing here at the bottom, come together, you really get the sense of, well, I'm getting a little bit more than I thought I was getting when I'm paying 60 euro for a set like this. I personally like this set, and I really think it was great to build, so thank you again to LEGO. Tell me down in the comments your thoughts on the TIE Fighter pilot helmet. Do you like this one more than the Stormtrooper one or the Boba Fett one, which will be reviewed here soon? Or do you think this one lacks in certain areas? You let me know down in the comments. I think this set is great, and I think LEGO did an awesome job making this set, including with the other two that we have gotten so far. Hope LEGO makes some more of these in the future, so it'll be interesting what designs they come up with. And with that being said, everyone, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next review here on the Rebel Leg YouTube channel.